You shower, you eat, you sleep sometimes. You go to work, you come home, you scroll, you repeat. And somewhere in the middle of all that, you forgot to ask a very important question. Am I actually okay? Not functioning okay, not nobody's complained about me okay, but genuinely, deeply okay? Because here's what nobody tells you. There's a difference between being alive and actually living well. And that difference, it has a name. It's called wellness. And I promise you, it is nothing like what you've been told it is. Let me describe someone I want you to think about. They wake up already tired, not from anything specific, just tired. They get through the day, but only just. They eat when they remember. They exercise when they feel guilty enough. They rest, but never feel rested. And when someone asks, "How are you?" they say, "Fine." Because what else do you say? I'm technically functioning, but something feels fundamentally off and I don't know how to explain it? Nobody has time for that answer. So you say, "Fine," and you keep going. Day after day, week after week, until the tiredness stops feeling like a season and starts feeling like just who you are. But it's not who you are. It's what happens when a system runs too long without maintenance. If that person sounds familiar, this video is going to change something for you. Not because I'm going to give you a 10-step wellness routine, but because I'm going to show you what wellness actually is, what it actually does to your daily life, and why everything you've been feeling lately makes complete sense once you understand it. Let's start with what wellness is not. It is not a green smoothie. It is not a yoga mat. It is not a skincare routine. It is not waking up at 5 a.m. and journaling about gratitude. Those things can be part of wellness, but they are not wellness itself. Wellness is the active, ongoing process of making choices that lead to a fulfilling and healthy existence. Let me break that down. Active, it doesn't happen to you. You participate in it. Ongoing, it's not a destination you arrive at. It's a direction you keep moving in. Choices, small ones, daily ones, ones that seem insignificant until they aren't. The World Health Organization defines health not just as the absence of disease, but as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Complete physical, mental, social. All three at the same time. Which means you can be physically healthy and still be unwell. You can be mentally sharp and still be unwell. You can be socially active and still be unwell. Because wellness is not one thing. It is a system. And right now, for a lot of people watching this, that system is running on emergency power. Psychologists and wellness researchers have identified what they call the 6 dimensions of wellness. Not 1, not 2, 6. And when you hear them, you're going to understand exactly why you feel the way you feel. Dimension 1, physical wellness. This is your body, sleep, movement, nutrition, rest. Not to look a certain way, but to have the energy to show up for your own life. When physical wellness breaks down, everything else follows, because your body is the vehicle for everything you want to do, and you cannot drive anywhere on an empty tank. Dimension 2, emotional wellness. This is your ability to understand, process, and express what you feel. Not suppressing, not performing, actually feeling and surviving it. Most people have never been taught emotional wellness. They were taught to be strong, to push through, to not make it a big deal. And now they're sitting in a body full of unfelt things, wondering why they feel so heavy. carrying emotions you were never given permission to put down. Dimension 3, social wellness. This is the quality of your relationships, not the quantity, the quality. Are the people around you draining you or filling you? Do you feel seen in your relationships, or do you feel performed? Social wellness is often the most neglected dimension, because loneliness doesn't always look like being alone. Sometimes it looks like being surrounded by people and still feeling completely invisible. That specific loneliness, the one nobody talks about, that is a wellness crisis. Dimension 4, mental wellness. This is how you think, your relationship with your own mind, how you process information, handle challenges, speak to yourself. The voice in your head, is it your biggest supporter or your harshest critic? That voice, the one that never goes quiet, that is a wellness issue. And most people have been living with an abusive inner voice for so long, they've started to believe it's just the truth. It isn't. Dimension 5, purpose wellness. This is the question that keeps people awake at 3 a.m. Is this it? Purpose wellness is having a sense of meaning, feeling like what you do matters, like you matter. When this dimension is empty, success feels hollow, achievement feels pointless, and you find yourself asking why you even try. Research shows people with a strong sense of purpose have lower inflammation and better cardiovascular health. Purpose isn't philosophical, it's physiological. Dimension 6, environmental wellness. This is your surroundings, the spaces you live in, work in, move through every single day. Your environment is silently shaping your mood every hour, whether you're aware of it or not. A cluttered, chaotic space creates a cluttered, chaotic mind, not as a metaphor, as neuroscience. The space around you is either draining your energy or restoring it. There is no neutral. Now, here's what I need you to understand. These 6 dimensions are not separate categories. They are a system. Pull one thread and the whole thing shifts. Let me show you exactly how this plays out in real life. You slept badly. Physical wellness disrupted. Your mood becomes unstable. Emotional wellness drops. You snap at someone you love. Social wellness damaged. You spend the day criticizing yourself for snapping. Mental wellness suffers. You don't finish what you started. Purpose wellness erodes. You come home and collapse in a messy room. Environmental wellness compounds everything. One bad night of sleep, 6 dimensions affected. That is how interconnected your wellness system is. And that, right there, is why you can feel completely fine on paper and completely broken in your body. Here's the part that changes everything. Most people try to fix wellness by treating symptoms. Tired? Drink more coffee. Anxious? Download a meditation app. Unfulfilled? Set bigger goals. Lonely? Post more on social media. But symptoms are not the problem. A wellness system disrupted is the problem. And you cannot fix a system by patching individual symptoms. You have to understand the whole thing first, which is exactly what we're going to do video by video on this channel. So what do you actually do with this? Right now, today, I want you to do one thing, a wellness audit. Not complicated, no apps required. Take a piece of paper, write down the 6 dimensions: physical, emotional, social, mental, purpose, environmental. Next to each one, give yourself a score, 1 to 10. Honest, no performance. Where are you genuinely thriving? Where are you barely surviving? Because here's the truth. You don't need to fix everything at once. You just need to see the system clearly. Most people never do this. They just keep going, exhausted, depleted, disconnected, wondering why nothing they try ever sticks. It doesn't stick
because they're fixing the wrong thing. Wellness is not a destination. It is not something you achieve and then get to stop working on. It is the quality of attention you bring to your own life every single day, in the small moments, the quiet choices, the things nobody sees but you, the decision to sleep instead of scroll, the boundary you finally hold, the conversation you stop having with yourself, the one that was never true anyway. That is wellness. Not perfect, not Instagram-worthy, just intentional. And intentional is enough to change everything. You've just taken the first step, understanding what wellness actually is. In the next video, we go deeper.
We talk about what happens inside your brain when stress takes over, and why burnout doesn't start with exhaustion. It starts much earlier than that. Don't miss it. If this gave you something today, like this video. It helps more people find it who need it right now. Subscribe to Balance and Bloom. Every week we go this deep. Psychology, wellness, self-improvement. No fluff, no performance, just the truth. And share this with someone in your life who keeps saying, "I'm fine," when they're really not. They need this more than they know. I'll see you in the next one.